Battery on the phone going down while it's on the charger. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Whatever. It is what it is. We got it on the big power bank, so it should be going up. Alright. Alright. I think we need to do something to get these fish biting. I don't know what, but something. Because they're just not wanting to play properly today. Oh, I just reset, Josie. It's the live just took a shit. We only had like 400 views on the last live, so I reset. Hopefully get it pushed back out into the algorithms. So we'll see. We will see. Who knows? Hey, Ferg's back. Hey, the notification. Okay, perfect. You got the notification. You were talking to Mr. J and it was gone. Yeah, I just set up the new live. Just because, try to get kicked back out into the old ether world of YouTube. So, hopefully it worked. We got, 2 people hanging out? 1 thumbs up. Appreciate you both. Hopefully we'll get more people showing back up. God knows we need it. Crappy part, though, is we lost all of our likes. We were at like 60-something likes. We lost all those. So, but, we'll start over and start fresh. Because why not? Why not? I'm glad to know that, though. Thank you. Appreciate that, Ferg, for letting me know that it did send a notification. That kind of helps out a lot. Because I know a lot of people have not been getting notifications. I haven't got a notification from Arizona in a long time. I've unsubscribed, resubscribed, reset the notifications, took off the notifications, whole 9 yards, and I still don't get them for him. But it is what it is. All right, now we're down to show me 0 people here. Either YouTube can't math or everybody left. I'm just hoping YouTube can't math. All right, there we go. Now we got 6 people back. All right, guys, welcome back. We had to reset the live and restart, so we're back now. Fish count should be the same. Oh, that Ferg's got his other channel. That's right. That is right. So, guys, let's get some fish, huh? We need that damn lake record. I got 1 rod out for carp and 1 rod out for cat right now. And neither one of them seem to be wanting to eat food. So, we'll just let it do what it's going to do. So far, nothing's really got going out and giving us anything to reel in. But it is what it is. I think I'm half tempted to do a little giveaway on the channel. Because, we do random member giveaways. So once we get some more of the members in the channel, I may do a little random member giveaway member giveaway during this live stream. So make sure your memberships are up to date, guys, because it could happen at any point in time. Also, don't be afraid to hit that like and share button. Get us pushed out into the freaking Ethernet a little more. Oh, the Rangers just drove by for the first time all day. Funny thing is, they see my Jeep or my truck and they know it's me and they don't even stop. Like they know they don't got to check on anything. They know I'm always legit. Actually, yesterday I didn't get here until super late, and the office was closed, so I couldn't even buy my permit. And instead of just coming down and fishing and going back up there later, I straight up waited at the office till they opened. They were closed for lunch, so I didn't get out here yesterday till like 1, a little after 1. But they know me. They know that if they're not in the office, I'll track them down to, pay my fees. Which, I hate paying the lake fees. It's $21 every time I fish from the bank. But it also, like, helps if anything happens. They know I'm not going to be an asshole or, come out here and just, like, try to not buy a lake permit or whatever. So they don't give me any grief. Hey, Webb, welcome back. Welcome back. We just reset the live. So we're back now. We got still no fish. We're still getting, well, we got one, like, I won't even call it a fish. I'd call it like bait. But, so we haven't got skunked. So we got what, 6 people back? 4 thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. We were up to like 60 thumbs up before I reset. So we're back. We'll get it back up to where we need it to be. I just need a fish. That's what I need. I think that was Andrew that came by, the ranger, but I'm not sure. He stopped over here now. I don't know what he's doing. There's like a little road that goes along part of this lake, and they drive that quite a bit. So I don't know what he's doing over there. I mean, it's kind of funny and it's kind of sad at the same time that, like, I know all the rangers out here by first name. But then again, that shows how often I'm here. And they all know I'm going for those lake records too, so. They're usually pretty cool about giving up information if anybody's reporting catches or anything. Which so far, they've stocked trout like 3 or 4 times here, and nobody's caught the trout. Nobody's caught any of them. Which is odd. We don't know where they went. We have no idea where they went. Oh, now it shows everybody bailed. What the heck happened? Where'd everybody go? We got like nobody watching. Hey, Northern, welcome in. How you doing, Northern? We're guys, don't be afraid to share out the live for me. I know YouTube's doing me really wrong right now. Okay, so this is funny, you guys. I'm gonna zoom in. You can see his truck. So So there's two older guys. They wondered where I'm at. Um, but I was already here. Two older guys, not locals, don't fish this lake very often. As a matter of fact, the one guy told me he hasn't fished this lake in years. The ranger drove by, saw my Jeep, and just kept on keeping on. He saw their car parked over there, and he went over to check them, which tells you that they know that I'm here. They know I got my license. They know I paid my fees. So they got no reason to stop and talk to me other than, which I don't mind if the rangers come talk to me. I encourage it. If I see game wardens or like the lake rangers or whatever, I will seek them out to get information. But the fact that he just drove by, looked, waved, and kept on going tells me that they know me well enough to know that everything I need for the lake, my fishing license, my parking passes, my lake permits, all that is legit. They know I'm a YouTube celebrity. They know. They got some of my stickers in the office. They've actually they've actually admitted, a couple of them, that they've watched the live streams from here while I was fishing, while they were working. So they knew who I am. Far from celebrity, but well, maybe like the celibate part for YouTube. The way the view count's been going lately, and the way YouTube's been pushing the channel into the algorithm, it's more like YouTube celibate lately. Right on, Ferg. Have a great night, man. I'll be here till I'll be here till 5 my time. It's 2:30 right now, so I'll be here till they kick me out or the Starlink dies. The phone's actually charging, so hey, Todd, welcome in. You still down in Ocotillo? We'll be down in Borrego Sunday. We're gonna do all the sculptures down there on a live stream. Good. Roll out down the Jeep, and a lot of you just aren't into fishing mode yet. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some are, some aren't. Just got back to Phoenix. All right. A lot of the I've noticed a lot of the guys that live where the lakes turn into hard water for the winter love watching us guys out here on the West Coast where the water doesn't freeze, when they're frozen over. So got to blow sand. I try to avoid the wells as much as possible. When we're in the Jeep, we'll do like Plaster City up through Superstition into Ocotillo Wells and then into the state park. But I don't really hang out anywhere in Ocotillo Wells for any length of time other than just getting through it. On the bike too, I'll take the DRZ and we'll do that same route. We'll go up through Superstition, either through Pole Line, or he's got his ticket book out. Those guys didn't pay, so they're getting a ticket. We'll go up Pole Line and hit either a Royal Salado or Tool or Palo Verde, and take those up into the state park on the dual sports. That's a badass ride. Whoa. Outdoors people have shed hunting and prepping for turkey hunting. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'm going to turkey hunt this spring. The turkeys out here are freaking disgusting. And they're small. Right? They just don't taste good at all. They're not worth shooting. Although I do want a video. I want to make a video. I know a guy out here that shotgun hunts turkey. And I want to do a video of a dual turkey shot. He shoots one with a shotgun while I shoot one with a bow. We tried to get it done fall turkey season, but it didn't happen. So might get a hold of him and see if he wants to do that for the spring season. I know a spot where it's extremely highly possible to do it. So that could be a cool video. That'd be more of a long form type video than a live or a short though. So we'll see what happens with that one, but we'll try it. We'll try it out. I need to go out. There's a couple spots that I need to go out and eating draw for elk this year. Man, I haven't got an elk tag in so freaking long. There's a couple spots out here in the mountains where I need to go set up with the deer rifle and start practicing some of these longer range shots across the canyons and stuff out here. Just because I haven't shot the long range in so long that when deer season comes, man, I want to be ready for that 600 to 800 yard shot. Hey, Charity, welcome in. We're still at the one fish. Still at one fish. Right about now is the time of the day when they start kicking up, though. So we could go haywire any second here. We could start going crazy any second here with fish. Got Andrew over there cleaning up a bunch of the trash people left behind. Fucking jerkwads. Pisses me off. Like, people leave trash all over these freaking places. And, you know, that's why places get shut down. Now here, the rangers, part of their job is to come out and clean up the trash people leave behind. But you get out in like areas where there's no rangers on a daily basis, and the next thing you know, it's a freaking dump because everybody leaves all their damn trash. Pisses me off. Absolutely pisses me off. Now I can understand, like, if you're fishing and you get snagged up and you got to break your line off, you can't really get to that broken stuff, you know. But if you're like tying up or, you know, whatever on the bank or, well, whatever, don't leave your freaking trash there, you know. Too many trees. You're up. Okay, yeah. So, are you hunting? Where you at towards Flagstaff up there hunting? I was thinking of trying to find some spots up towards Williams that I want to go elk. But I haven't drawn a tag, so I'd love to go up there in the Williams area. But if I'm going to go up to Williams is all forested up there, so that would be an archery elk hunt for me up there. Normally I archery, you know, I bow hunt here, but I'm going to get a rifle tag this year. You hunt on a ranch in Williams? Okay. Nice. Nice. I was actually trying to buy some property out there in Williams. love to have property up there. It's such a beautiful area up there. Everybody thinks that Arizona is like, desert and cactus and Grand Canyon. They don't think of northern Arizona as, mountains and forest and 8 feet of snow and Flagstaff. The only problems with Williams, though, that set the wife's opinion back of buying property up there was the water situation, because you got to have all your water trucked in. So, I mean, if you can get lucky and get a well, but most of the water up in Williams is trucked in. Beautiful freaking country up there, though. I want to do that. Have you ever done the Santee Todd? Have you ever done the train out of Williams up to the canyon? I kind of think that'd be a badass train ride. Fire one up, get on the train, and kick back and enjoy the scenery of the ride up there. I think that'd be so awesome. And I know that, like, during Christmas, they do, like, the, what do they call it? Like the Santa sleigh ride, or wherever they call the train at the point in time, where they got it all set up, all Christmassy up along the track. I think that'd be such a cool freaking deal. The Christmas one, I can care less, but, for the kids or whatever, I think that'd be awesome. The Christmas up there, yeah. So I've never done it, but from what I understand, like all along the route, they set it up so it's like you're going through like Santa's village and all that kind of crap. I've never done that train from Williams to the Grand Canyon. I'd love to do it, though. That would be one where you just, rolling up right before you get on the train. You got to get the, I forget what they call the freaking, the seat. It's like up on the top deck with the bubble thing, the bubble dome. I forget what they call that freaking seating up there. But I'd want to get that top deck with the bubble dome thing over it, so you got a 360-degree view. The viewing platform, yeah, that's okay, yeah. Get up there where you got the 360 view. Have a cocktail or something on the way. It'd be a freaking fun trip. And then they got the deal too where you can book like the stay at the I forget what the name of the hotel is. Little Northern Lights, exactly. Hey, Beardless Beach Mom, welcome in. Orange Beach, Alabama. Never heard of Orange Beach. What part of Alabama is that in? Yeah, they got the Hey Sebastian, welcome back. Yeah, so you guys, if you ever get a chance to go out, and you're going to do the Grand Canyon, take the train out of Williams. Williams is south of Grand Canyon, but you stay at the I forget what the name of it is. Grand Canyon Lodge, the Grand Canyon Lodge is the one up there at the canyon. There's a hotel. Oh, okay, far south. Oh, nice. Okay, so you guys are down there on the Gulf end. Nice. But you stay at the hotel up there. They got a package deal where you can get like, a room, dinner, and then breakfast, and then you hop on the train, and the train takes you up to the Grand Canyon. Beautiful ride up to the Grand Canyon on the train. And you stay up there at the Grand Canyon for the night at the same hotel that Chevy Chase robs in Vacation. So if you guys remember when he was in the hotel and they wouldn't cash a check, so he like slams his hand down on the freaking counter and the register opens and he grabs all the cash and shoves the check in there. You actually stay in that hotel for the night, and then in the morning you hop back on the train and roll back down to Williams. Cool little trip. I've wanted to do it for a long time. All right, so Orange Beach is right next to Mobile. All right. Never been to that section of the country, so that's like me telling you guys, like, you know, oh, I'm in, well, I'm not going to say the name of the little town that's right next to here because that'll give away the lake. The town's named after the lake. But, you know, it's like me saying, oh, I'm in Santee. You guys are like, well, where the fuck is that? Now, Todd knows exactly where that's at, but, you know, people on the East Coast would have no idea. Good old Santucky. I was actually thinking about going over and fishing the freaking Santee buckets over there. I haven't fished the freaking Santee lakes in like, it's been like 10 years since I fished Santee lakes. We used to go in there with shiners. We had a little wagon that we would load up all our gear and throw the shiner bucket with the little aerator in there and just kind of hide it between like all our gear bags and shit. We go fish Santee lakes with shiners. You guys want some non-stop bass action? Holy shit. It gets ridiculous. Like, you got to buy like 12 dozen shiners, otherwise you're done in like 10 minutes. And there's some big bass in Santee lakes for being little ponds. Lake 3. Todd, if you ever fish Santee lakes, Lake 3 is where the bigger bass are. You'd think they'd be in 5 because that's where the scale's at, and when they weigh them, you'd think they'd just throw them right back in 5, but apparently they throw them back in the lakes they were caught at if you weigh a bass out of there. And then the camping lakes, 6 and 7, they hold some decent fish, but they're all stockers. Most people up there fish catfish and trout. All right, I think I should check that bait. What do you guys think? Should I do a bait check? We haven't caught nothing in a while. It's been hours since we got a fish. I got that sun blaring on my phone. I gotta go get, you know what I'm gonna try? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna try the little stupid umbrella for my phone. See if that kills the sun glare a little bit. It may and it may not. I don't know. But we'll try it. I got my little freaking cocktail umbrella that goes on the phone. Where'd it go? It's right here. All right. Man, I have not got bit in forever. Something just ain't right today. All right. Check it out. A little cocktail umbrella for the phone. Let's see if that helps with the glare. Oh, that helps big time with it. Well, no, it doesn't. Damn it. What if I do it like this? I wish this had like a tilt, like a patio umbrella. And no. So let me try this. That doesn't help either. It's got to be like right there. All right, so. Oh, dog tags went live? That freaking jerkwad. Man, if I keep it. I'm trying to use the umbrella to kill the glare. But I just can't get it to sit just right to where it'll actually help. Well, if I can go, like, if I get it to stay right here, like that won't work, because then it blocks. Boom, there we go. There we go. Now I can see chat. Oh, and it just fell off. All right. So I got to do something here. Hey, Joy. We got one fish all day. All we've caught today is one fish. All right, dog tags left and went live, and like all three of my viewers went with him. Oh, that doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. Dang it. I need it right there. Well, it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. We got a couple hours till we get kicked out of here. Well, we got what? Time is it? It's 3, 10 to 3. So, man, this is just not going to work the way I wanted it to. My little umbrella is not going to do what I need it to do. I guess that's what I get for trying to use a cocktail umbrella for the phone, right? I'm using Dog Tag's secret bait formula, and it's not working. It's 511 right there right now. Yeah, it's only, wait, 511? It's 251. Oh, 551. I read that wrong. All right, stay like that. Yeah, it's like almost 3 here. There we go. Type of fish you guys get over here. We get, in this lake particular, we get bass, carp, catfish, crappie, bluegill, and that's about it. Why is his bait a secret? Because it works freaking damn good usually. Except for today, it's not working for shit. I'm actually going to do a bait check on that cat rod right now. You've actually completed your chores and adventures for the day? Nice. I haven't done nothing today except sit out here and fish. I haven't done nothing all week except sit out here and fish. I kind of feel like I might not have any bait left. I don't feel the drag of the bait. I might have got robbed. Yeah, I got like a little teeny tiny chunk left, so I got robbed. All right, so what we're going to do is, we'll let that sit for a second. I'm going to recast this. Or not, I'm stuck. There we go. Oh, I don't have any bait. All right, so I need bait on both rods. Well, I'm not going to catch anything that way. This one I'll bait up and throw back out real quick because this is the easier one to bait up. It's not as messy. The other one's a mess. All right. We're baiting this rod up with corn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide some of this up over the eye of the hook. Oh, that one came off. I want to get a bunch of corn on this one. And then I'll tip it with a crawler. Maybe. If I can get the corn on the hook. I get one more piece on there, and then I'll tip it with a crawler. There we go. On there, I just got I got one already cut in half. I'll throw him on there. I already tore him in half, and now I'm sticking a freaking hook through his body. Poor guy. He's having a bad day. All right. There we go. This one's baited back up. Let's get this back out. Corn and crawlers. On about a 24-inch leader. All right. Now we'll go bait this one up. We'll let that rig settle for a minute. And when it settles, we'll tighten her back up. All right. Oh, this bait is gnarly. Oh, I got a piece of dog. Okay. Let me try that. Let me try a fresh chunk of this. And we'll put a little chunk of the marinated dog on there. And go with like the double threat. I didn't actually think I'd ever fish with hot dogs, but it's been marinating in this nastiness of the other bait. So they both stink pretty bad now. All right, here we go. Let's get this cast back out there. Ah, son of a bitch. Wow, the dog fell off. And most of that fresh chunk of this stuff that I just put on. So let me see what I got left in here. There's a chunk of dog. All right, this piece feels pretty solid, like it'll stay on the hook. It better. All right. There we go. I don't even want to touch my rods after handling this shit. There's a big old glob of shit right here. There we go. That all stayed together. Didn't get it as deep as I wanted to, but it's out there. So now, tighten this one up a little bit. Or not. I'm gonna recast this one, I guess. Make sure that crawler's on there good. He's good. He ain't going nowhere. That was a nice little cast. And we're just going to let that hit bottom. And this one is down at the bottom, so we'll tighten her up. And we're good to go. This one's going to be hard to tighten up with the weight that I got on it. There we go. There we go. All right. Both rods, fresh bait. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the heck happens now. Hopefully something good. Hey, Rio, welcome back. A Russian noodle. Yes, it is. Oh, never mind. Rio sent a gift membership and Russian noodle got it. That's where we're at. Appreciate you, Rio. All right. I missed a bunch of chat while I was going with that. Sorry, guys. There's no way I'll be able to catch up with all the chat. Hoping to go to Rob. Oh, nice. You got the notification to turn on the gifts. Okay. Sweet. That's a new thing they've been rolling out too, I guess. You know, I've never been able to receive a gift membership on any single channel. And I know there's a setting you got to turn on. I just don't know where it is. I don't know if you got to do it for like every channel or if it's something you set up in like YouTube Studio or what. I can't figure it out. So I just don't get the gift memberships. I just buy the regular memberships from channels that I want to support. Because that's actually one of the best ways. Well, some of the best ways to support channels that you guys watch on a regular basis, myself included, is A, watch the content, and B, memberships. You know, my channel, I have some, the lowest amount of membership fees you can charge is 99 cents. That's the lowest YouTube will let you go. So I got them all the way from 99 cents to 150 bucks. And I put the $150 one in there just to be a smartass to see if anybody would actually do that. Really? You got the 3 for... That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never been able to get the gift membership. But it doesn't bother me. I have no problem supporting the channels that... what do you get for 150? Well, you get into the members only giveaways, which there will be, if anybody ever actually does buy those. Yeah, this notification was specific. Okay. I've seen those pop up on a few channels lately. So I think it's something new roll out from YouTube. But for the 150, basically you get everything else all the other members get, except there will be, so the $49.99 and the 150 memberships. When we do the big giveaways, there'll be members only giveaway, but there'll be like the big supporter members prizes in there as well. And I'm going to start doing members only giveaways here just randomly on the channel. You know, it's not going to be like this 50, 60 things. It'll be like, you know, give away a pack of baits or something during a live stream and things like that. But, you know, that'll be random as hell when we do those. And then during like the regular, like the subscriber giveaways, you know, like the milestone giveaways, there'll be members only and subscribers prizes. And the way I'm going to structure those giveaways is get a gallon of California gas for 150. You can't buy a gallon of gas for 150 out here. I drove by the Indian Casino this morning on the way in. It was $4.50. Any luck, Ryan? We got one little channel so far. We just rebaited both rods and got them both back out, so we'll see. You don't want that Cali gas in your truck, man. You do not want to run that shit in your truck. Half a gallon, they're going for pints, right? Right? No, it's funny because I noticed, like, whenever I go to Arizona and fill up, yeah, me too, real. 150 bucks, get you a gallon. No, it's $5 a gallon right now. When I go to Arizona and fill up over there, my truck actually runs a little smoother on their gas. The shit here's got so much crap in it that it like clogs up your intake and your valve train and all that shit. It's just nastiness. But yeah, that 150 membership was just a smart ass thing I put up, basically. It was like, you know, they told me to put up another level, so I did, and figured why not make it just stupid. Oh, come on, fishes, you little bitches. Where are you? Where the heck are you? I think everybody left and went to watch dog tags. I know there's a few other people live right now, too, so. Let's see, where's my battery at? 32%. Starlink's at 25. Guys, I've got 3 live streams out of the Starlink battery for 1 charge. That's kind of nice. That is really nice. And it's just 1 battery bank. I can charge my phone. I could plug in the freaking coffee pot to this battery bank if I wanted to. Hey, Ryan with the channel subscription. Appreciate you, brother. Welcome to the channel. Ryan, since you're new to the channel, we're going to give you some of the rules. There are no rules. The only rule is if you see a troll come into this channel, you get to fuck with the trolls as bad as you want. Anything and everything goes. No rules when it comes to the trolls. Our goal here with trolls on this channel is that by the time we're done trolling the trolls back, they have to go seek freaking that. You been hanging out? Oh, that's all good. Yeah, that's all good, Tony. Take all the time you need, brother. We're here for another just under 2 hours. Hopefully we'll get a freaking fish in that time. So far, we've only got 1. I want to get that record. I want to see me get that record too, dang it. I mean, it shouldn't be hard. The lake record's only 12 pounds on the cat. And I really can't go after the bass record here until Mike's dying out. See how this troll thing plays out in real time? Well, there's only a couple people here, so most of the main troll killers aren't here right now. Dog Tags loves going off on the trolls. He comes up with some funny ass shit for the trolls. But then again, so do I. Alright, this mic's starting to flash red and tell me it's getting ready to die. I gotta run up to the Jeep and grab another one. Hey, Rio with another gift membership. Hell yeah. Richard got that one. Appreciate you, Rio. Shout out to Rio, you guys. Alright, I'm gonna run up and grab another mic out of the truck. This one's dying, or out of the Jeep. This one's dying, so if the audio dies out real quick, it's because of the mic died. But I'm gonna go grab another one. And we'll switch over. I got 4 of them with me, so. God, the wind up here on this side's brutal. Alright, this one should be fully charged. Alright, that one's fully charged. So we'll take the other one, turn that off, and put it in the charger. Or not put it in the charger, but put it where we know it's gotta go. It's gotta be charged. All right, we should be back with good audio. Hopefully. Oh man, come on, fish. Where are you at, you little jerkwads? Come on and bite. All right. Hey, Andrew, welcome in. What we got? We got 6 people hanging out again. Appreciate you guys. We had to reset the live stream a little while ago just to kind of help kick it out into the ether again. Audio's good. Yeah, I changed mics, so I got 4 of the mics that run off the same little receiver, so we're able to swap out mics and not the whole setup, which is kind of nice. I'm running the Synco P2X mics. They're like a $25 freaking set, but they work out well. When Mrs. SoCal's out here with us, we can both use the same receiver, and it'll pick up both mics rather than having to try to freaking finagle 2 of them. So it works out pretty good. Man, the wind has really died down on the main lake right there, which is nice. I would hope that the fish bite picks up, but they're just not wanting to come out and play today. I really want something to hit that right rod, because the right rod, Synco, Synco, that right rod is set up for basically trout or cat or carp. It's got corn and nightcrawler on it, so we have the option of all of the above, possibly even a bass because of the crawler. But the bass bite here has been just dead, like absolutely dead lately, to the point where I haven't even tried to throw for bass really. I threw the Huddleston the other day, but I ended up losing it. Got snagged up and lost it. I can only fish 2 rods here. Well, in California, you can only fish 2 rods. So I got these 2 just soaking out there with static baits. I'm tempted to pull in one of them and throw on something for the bass. I already got a Carolina rig on it, so all I'd have to do is throw on a bass bait. But like I said, the bass bite right lately right here has been just dead. I have an old 1980s, the freaking dancing eel from Bill Dance in the Jeep. It's like a crankbait with a big old freaking tail on it. I was tempted to throw that, but I don't want to lose it. I kind of want to throw that from the boat where I can throw it where I know the bass are at. This spot right here is like, pre-spawn, they'll be right around this cove mouth, but that's it. Once in a while you get bass out of here, but this is more of a cat, carp, and trout cove. Hey, fishy things coming in hot with the 100. Appreciate you, brother. How you doing today? Hopefully better than I am. I've got 1 fish. I've been here since like 8 o'clock this morning. It's 3 now, so we'll see what happens. Northern, welcome back. We're good. I mean, we're fishing. It's a beautiful day. We're sitting out here by the lake. We're not catching shit, but what else could you ask for on a Thursday afternoon? Except a lake record. Small bait and slow retrieve. Yep. Yep. They're just not really into well, right now, especially here. This lake stays cold for a while. About a week-long skunk? That sucks. We've been doing pretty good on the cats out here. They're all small, though. Nothing over, like, 2 pounds. But we got the other day, was it Sunday or Monday, when Mrs. SoCal was out here with us? We ended up with, an even dozen, and then yesterday I ended up with a limit, and today I got one that if I had, like, 4 more of the same size, I might be able to make a rolled taco. But I've been trying for that lake record cat and carp here, so we got both baits out right now. The rod on the right has corn and a night crawler on a Carolina rig with a circle hook. The rod on the left has dog tags, a chunk of dog tag secret bait, and then a chunk of hot dog that's been soaking in the nastiness of that secret bait juice, and that's tipped with a night crawler as well. So we got a freaking buffet out there for those cats. Needed to go up another 10 degrees. Yeah, our water temperature here right now is in the mid 50s. Well, in this lake, so they're still sluggish. And this lake doesn't spawn until late April. So hopefully by the time they start spawning out here, we'll be able to get the boat fixed. Because that's gonna be that's gonna be a pricey freaking deal for the boat, man. We're looking at a whole lower gear case. So we're looking at possibly $2,800 to get the boat back on the water. Hopefully it's just the clutch dog, because then it's like $175 in parts and a couple hours of shop labor. But if it's as bad as I think it might be, we're looking at a whole lower rebuild, which that's going to be crazy. Mid 50s there to make the fish go crazy. Yeah. It's 65, 70s when they start going ape shit out here. They start going big out here when it gets like in the 60s, mid to upper 60s. I'm half tempted to tie a donkey rig on and throw that. Or a jerkbait. The bite northern is slim and none. Like just nothing happening yesterday. The last few days it's been on fire for the cats. And then today it just completely shut down. I have no idea what happened. It just shut down. To the point where I'm kind of considering pulling one of those rods. I would pull the rod on the right because it's my medium heavy. I would pull that and tie on either a jerk bait or maybe a crank. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I tie on a jerk bait or a crankbait and see what the bass will do? If they'll do. We got 7 people here hanging out. What's the consensus, guys? Should I switch over one of those rods to a bass rod? I mean, I am fishing catfish with my bass rods. So, but then again, that's why I love that Berkeley lightning rod with that Daiwa Crossfire. It's such a freaking versatile setup. And it's under $100. You can buy the Daiwa Crossfire right now. If you go into some of my more recent live streams, there's a link to the reel in some of the live streams. You can get that Daiwa Crossfire right now for like under $20. I paid 50 for it. And for a $50 reel, man, that thing is smooth as butter, casts awesome, and handles every fish I've ever got. And that Berkeley Lightning rod, freaking love that thing. It's so well balanced, it's so lightweight, but it's got like perfect backbone, perfect freaking rod taper to it. The best advice for the remainder of your life I could give you is start putting away money for your retirement now. Don't look at things as like 10 days from now or 20 days from now. Look at it in years from now. If you got a job where they offer a 401k or any of that, put everything you can into it. So, Gloria, I already know you're full of shit, so I'm not going to jump in the water. See, when you come in here and the very first thing you say in the channel, the very first time you've ever been here, it's something like that, we know you're a troll. So, yeah, we know you're lying. We already know you're lying. So, not going to happen. Tell you what, if you're not lying, drop a $500 super chat and I'll drop in the water. That's how we know you're lying, because you won't do it. But yeah, Sebastian, honestly, start setting yourself up now for later. That's one lesson I wish I would have learned right out of the gate. Don't plan for tomorrow, plan for 20 years from now. And if you have the ability or the means to buy property, put everything you can into property. There's never going to be any more real estate built. The land that is out there now is the only land that'll ever be made. Buy up all you can. And if you can find land right now that's cheap, that's near a area that's going to be growing in the near future, buy it, because you'll freaking quadruple up your investment. When my grandfather passed away, he had no, don't put it into a trust. So we learned that the absolute freaking shitty way. My mother-in-law put a bunch of stuff into a trust, and it was a nightmare, absolute freaking nightmare to deal with the trust. She had her house in a trust, all kinds of stuff, and when we tried to sell her house, we got an offer on her house, a cash offer for more than the asking price. They wanted a 15-day escrow. Because of the trust, it took 9 months to actually close escrow on that house. And the buyer almost backed out. Every time I've had to deal with a trust, it's always been a shit show in the end. Every time. But yeah, real estate, man, that's where you want to put your money. Put your money in land, because they are never going to make any more land. All right, guys, I'm getting really at the point. You can't trust the trust, right? Well, here's the problem with the way she had it set up was her ex-husband was also listed on the trust. And he died. Like, he died. Get this, you guys. This is fucked up. They were in the middle of a divorce when he died. And because of all that, it took 9 months to get that trust squared away to the point where she was able to sell the house. Land's exceptionally expensive anywhere, but you don't have to buy land near where you're at either. You can buy land. If you can buy some rural land outside of a town that's projected to start growing and booming, pretty soon that land becomes worth 20, 30 times what you paid for it. All right, I'm going to run up to the Jeep and grab a bass bait, you guys. I'm going to grab, I think, I'm going to grab 2 to try to bring down over there and try both. We'll see. Let's see. I'm going to grab, what am I going to grab here? I'll grab a jerkbait. Oh, this thing ought to be perfect. No, you know what? Is this lipless? No. Okay, I'll grab that one and that one. And then, where's my thing of crankbaits? Swim baits, spinners. I had a spinner. Maybe I'll throw a freaking. Let's see. I'll bring a spinner down there with me. Which one do I want to bring? I'll bring this little guy. Because I already got a freaking trailer on it. White and blue with a white, blue, and chartreuse. We'll see if we can get something to come freaking play. Because these freaking cats and carps aren't. So I'll hook up this little silver with a chartreuse back first. Pink head, silverback. This one looks like a straight shiner though. All right, guys, I need chat's opinion. I need everybody's opinion. Should I throw this guy or this guy? Number 1 or number 2? What do you think? Right hand, the chartreuse. Ow, son of a bitch. Those hooks are sharp. This one, you guys? This is the one you guys are saying? All right, I'll throw that one. I'll throw that one first. So let me grab that rod that I'm going to throw them on. This is my medium heavy rod, so ain't shit biting on the freaking corn and crawler combo. So we might as well whack that bait right off of there. And we're gonna throw that freaking jerkbait on there and throw a jerkbait a little bit and see if by some stupid chance we can get a bass to bite. So far, the bass have not been wanting to come out and play. But we might change that with a jerkbait. Who knows? We might not also. But we won't know until we throw it. So odds are I'm going to lose it to a snag. But if you don't try, you don't know, right? All right. Get that thing tied up. All right, guys. Here we go. Let's go throw a jerkbait. You're almost 2,000? That's awesome. I'm at like 1,600. All right, let me go throw this jerkbait. I'm not going to be able to see chat for a minute. What I'm going to do, I think I'll go right up over here and throw it from over here. There's a rock pile right out here. So I'll throw it above over that rock pile. Oh, that took a hard right. Let me see what this thing, how the suspension is on this. Oh, this wants to float. Okay, so this is a floater. If I can get it out there far enough, I can crank it down. You gotta be shitting me. What happened there? That was strange. God, that thing takes a hard freaking turn in the air. That might not run deep enough. I mean, a jerkbait should be a good freaking cold water freaking bait, but this one might just not run deep enough here. I need a deep diving jerkbait. Yeah, this thing's only coming 2 feet deep. Let me see though. Let me get it out there. See if I can run it past that rock pile and get it down deep. It's not going to run deep enough, I don't think. No, it's running on the surface. So this one's not going to work for here. Not right now, anyway. I need a deeper diver. All right. Well, now we know. The little small bill crankbait or jerkbait is not going to run deep enough in this lake right now. So we'll go to this other one. Let's see if we can get it deep. If not, go back to the drawing board and see what we got in the box. This has got a way bigger bill, so it'll dive deeper. But I had all my jerk baits and my crankbaits set up by depth, and my freaking box got spilled in the boat, and not by me. And when the person put them all back in the box, they did not put them back where they came from. So now I don't have any idea which jerkbait dives at which depth, or crankbait, or any of that. All right, let's try this guy. He does have a bigger bill on him, so should dive deeper. Let me check chat real quick. All right. Oop, I just caught my phone. All right, let's get this guy out here. We're gonna be trying to fish it past that rock pile out there, because that rock's sticking up. There's a whole big old rock pile right next to it. Hard right turn in the wind. I'm gonna work it really quick to get back to me real quick to see how it's gonna dive and jerk and float. Okay, this runs a lot deeper. Okay. Gosh dang, that thing takes a massive turn in the air. I cast this way and it landed that way. I just don't think the bass are alive. I think they all freaking died over the winter. This is definitely diving deeper, though. I can feel the resistance being way deeper. I want to run it over the top of this rock pile, because you would think that rocks would be a great spot for the bass to be hanging out in these rock piles. Oh, really? I caught my own fucking self? How the shit did I do that? I caught my own self, you guys. The only fucking person on the lake, and I tangled myself up. All right, let me do this. Bring it way out that way. And again, it takes a massive right turn. You would think this little point right here off of the main lake with the wind current pushing around the corner with a bunch of rock piles and stuff right here will be a perfect ambush spot for bass. On paper, it is. But in reality, they're just not wanting to come out and play. That I can feel the wobble of this thing when I jerk it. All right, we're going to try one more right here and see if I can get it where I want it. There we go. There we go. Get it down to depth. I'm jerking it and then waiting like 5, 6, 7 seconds for pauses just because the water's cold. It's a little jerk and then just pause. A lot of times they'll bite on that pause, especially if they're looking at it and following it, and you do a little jerk and a nice long pause, they'll freaking hammer it. I just don't think they're going to hammer anything, to be completely honest. I think the bass fishing right now is just dead. Because there's this whole rock pile under the water right here. And you would think that would be a perfect place for the bass to be sitting. But then again, not even the cat are biting today. So I don't know what the heck's changed. Something changed between today and yesterday, and I don't know what it is. The temperature did drop like 15 degrees, and the wind was up this morning. But I didn't think it would shut the bite off that hard. Let's see. All right, one more cast out over that, and then we're going to try the other direction. Get it deep. I know I've seen bass schooled up on this rock pile on the fish finder, but it's different on the boat than it is from the bank. Look at smaller jerks too and see what happens. You know, people tend to rip the freaking jerk baits. When the slower, colder water, you can fish them a lot slower, usually with more success. Today, I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. So far, it seems like not. Visibility in this water is trash, too. It's about 4 inches. But having those rattles in that jerkbait should help. Here comes the wind again. I see carp rolling way out there. Bunch of carp rolling way out there. All right. That was a cast. Let me come back over here. Come over here and turn the camera again. Bring it back over on this side a little bit. Come on, fishes. Where are you at? Real subtle little jerks on this thing. And just big pauses. And hopefully freaking lake monster comes and just crushes it. We want that lake record. That's what we want. Actually, right now, I'd be happy with a little 5-pound bass. I say little. 5-pound is not little to a lot of people, but in this lake, it's common. 5 to 8 is about the average. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's smaller bass in here, but you'll catch a lot of 5s and 8s out of here. It's one of the reasons I like this lake. There is good quality size fish in here, and there's nobody fishing it. Like right now, I'm the only person fishing this entire lake. Then again, I've only caught one fish today, so I don't know what happened. Something went weird today. I've been slaying them lately. There was a carp right there that just rolled. Catfish lately has just been on fire here. They're all small, but they've been on fire. What in the shit? How in the fuck? Hopefully nobody saw that. I just got all freaking screwed up in my freaking backswing somehow. There we go. I thought I broke my rod for a second the way it sounded. You guys are going to see a grown man cry. Oh, I know what happened. Is I went too far back on the backswing and hit the rock. They got military flying over us. Man, where are these fish at? I just do not get it. Where the heck did they all go? Give me a second, guys. I'm going to get this, finish this cast. I'm going to reset the cat rod, and then I'll come hang out and chat. The bass are not wanting to play. I just do not understand. No comprende what the heck is going on. All right. All right. That just hit bottom. Tighten that up a little bit. There we go. Hopefully we get a freaking cat at least. All right, let me come over here and hang out with chat. Okay, I can see my screen again. All right. Oh, everybody bailed out. A high of +6. That's incredible. That's gnarly. Spring is in the air. What? Phone down. Phone down. That wasn't good. All right. Do we have audio, you guys? Did I break the freaking mic thing? All right. There we go. The whole phone just fell out of the freaking holder. Thanks for the black eye. Sorry, man. Sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to freaking beat you guys up. I wasn't trying to. It wasn't on purpose. I'm surprised Mrs. SoCal didn't give me a black eye last night. I freaking lost my wedding ring in the lake yesterday. All right. I guess. Whoops, what did I do? No, I don't want to freaking. Okay, there we go. I was trying to set the freaking this thing back up so that I could block some of the glare, but it ain't cooperating. I need to get a better tripod that has a little spot where I can put this thing. There we go. That might work for now. All right. So the one jerkbait floats, so that's not going to work. The other jerkbait they don't want, which is perfect. It looks like a shiner. And the cat rod just went super duper slack. Why? Hopefully there's something on it. No. Let me throw this jerkbait again. Let me throw it out past the right next to these rocks. You would think the bass would be in the rock piles. That's where the warmth is going to be. Rock piles will hold some heat and warm up the water around them a little bit. But I'm really thinking that the bass are down on the other end of the lake right now where it's warmer. I can't get there without the boat. All right. I gotta check the clock. I don't know what time it is. I gotta be out of here by 5. Not my rule, lake rule. They lock the gates at 5. I think mid-month they're going to turn it to where they'll start locking up at 6. And then like midsummer they're like 7:30. Just sucks we can't fish here at night. There's like no lakes in San Diego that you can fish at night. One lake, Lake Jennings, has like Friday night fishing. Like I think it's like June, July, and August. Most of my big bass have come off the rock piles here. So it doesn't make any sense why they're not hanging out by the rock piles. And I'm just slow rolling this jerkbait. All right, last cast with this thing, and then I'm gonna come sit down and hang out and chat. Get her down to depth. Just short jerks, long pauses. Come on, fish. Where are you at? Even on the small jerk, slow, long pause, they're not wanting it. That's usually a cold water killer. Small jerks, longer pauses. Normally, a jerkbait, you kind of rip it, you know. Like when you're fishing jerkbaits, normally, if your arms aren't getting sore, you ain't doing it right. But when the water's cold, if you ain't bored, you ain't doing it right. All right. They're not cooperating. I got to change the treble hooks out on this jerkbait too. All right. Oop. That one's bent. All right. We're just gonna let that cat rod soak. Let me check the time, see what the time is. It's 4:10. Okay. All right. Where'd everybody go? Chat? Did my chat freeze or did everybody just get quiet? Looks like everybody got quiet. All right. Well, hopefully we can get a cat in the next freaking 40 minutes. I got 40 minutes before I got to pack it up and get out of here. Just doesn't make sense where the freaking fish went. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. My phone's charged up enough. I can take this off. All right. Man, where is everybody? We're down to like nobody here. I guess YouTube's not liking me today. I'm not catching fish. That's why everybody bailed out. It's been the slowest day in like over a week. Oh well. There's always tomorrow. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to fish tomorrow. There's supposed to be a little front coming through. I'm supposed to get some pretty good winds this weekend, so I don't know that the fish will be biting at all. I mean, they're not biting today, but with the front coming through this weekend, I doubt they'll be doing anything. This is actually the worst day I've had on the lake in a long time, fish-wise. I mean, great day. I'm at the lake. What else can I complain about? But fish-wise, it's been the slowest day in a long time. Yeah, that's probably why there's nothing going. They know that, and it's not really a storm. It's just it's more of a windstorm coming through, a cold windstorm. It's supposed to drop down. It's been in the 80s, and it's supposed to drop down to the high 50s, low 60s, with like 40-mile-an-hour winds. So that, and it's full moon and all that. So they might have been feeding at night. But the bass, I have not caught a bass We're in the third month of the year. I have not caught a bass this year. I have 0 bass for 2026, which is odd. Really odd. Usually, like January, February, I can come up here and slay them. And this year, it's dead. Absolutely dead. It just does not make sense. But then again, November and December, they drained this lake to like, they drained like a quarter of the water out of this lake. So that has a lot to do with it too, I think. I mean, they decimated the freaking water level here. Where we're sitting right now is usually like 10, 12 feet underwater. This used to be a channel that you could come through in the boat right here where we're sitting. Where are we at? We got 4 people hanging out. Appreciate you guys. I don't know what the deal is today with YouTube. They're just not pushing the channel out. It's been an oddball day for YouTube and for the fish. Like, I don't know where the freaking fish went. We're killing them yesterday. Hey, Anthony, welcome back. We've been killing it lately with like fish and channel metrics, view counts, freaking all of it, all the above has been killing it lately. And today it just like bottom fell out all the way around. No fish, hardly any views. It's kind of strange. Kind of strange. I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, you been hanging out in the shadows? All right. That's all good. It's 4:15. Let's see. Nice. Dazed and confused and locked into the couch for a little bit. There we go. There we go, guys. We're getting hit. We might have fish my number 2 of the day. Let me grab my pliers just in case. And now that I stood up, he freaking stopped. So that might have just been a fish swimming by and hit the line. Come on, you stupid fish. Take the bait. Take the stupid bait. I'm just going to sit back down. Fish whistle time. Come on, eat the stupid bait, you jerk wild fish. You just freaking took a taste of it. Take the rest of it. You know it's there. You know it tastes really good. Come on. He was messing with it and then he just quit. As soon as I got up, he quit. I just don't get it. We got 1 fish today, Sebastian. 1 stinking fish. I mean, I guess that's better than a skunk, but not by much. Because the fish we caught was about, I don't know, 1/16 of a pound. He was a little tiny guy. Got baits where it's at for the channel cat. That's your best bet for channels is cut bait. Anything stinky or like freshly dead. Hey, what the heck is that on the side of the screen? I got a bunch of like hearts and happy faces cruising up. What the heck is that? I've never seen that before. Come on, fishy, fishy, fishy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, fishes? Oh, there you go. Man, I quit using fish brain out here because it's just, if you look at fish brain for San Diego, it's nothing but false information. The side button reactions, I've never seen those before. That's kind of cool, though. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Come on, fishes. I know you're there. You just hit the bait once. Hit it again. It's 4:20. It's time. 7:20 for some of you guys. I guess if you look at it the right way, it's always 4:20 somewhere, right? Man, this is getting ridiculous. Come on, you dumb fish. Eat the flippin' bait. Cheers, brother. I've been blowing the fish whistle most of the day. It's going to make for a long drive home. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Here, fishy. You know, it's funny, I can do that at the pond by my house. I can walk up to the edge of the pond and go, here, fishy, fishy. And like 100 bluegill will come rolling up to me. I may actually need to go fish the pond just to catch a bass. Just to remember what they look like. The Carta device? Nice. Alright, this is getting stupid. Where the heck are the fish? My favorite fish species to catch? Tuna. 100%. No questions asked. No questions asked. Tuna. Now, yellowtail is I would say tuna and yellowtail are tied for my number one fish to catch. Yellowtail, pound for pound, are one of the hardest fighting fish out there. With tuna, pound for pound, get huge. A 15 to 20 pound yellowtail will pull as hard as a 60 pound yellowfin. So Anthony, we're set. I know you're on the opposite side of the country, but I'm considering setting up a charter for like late August through mid-September, somewhere in that time frame. And if we can get enough people, we can charter the entire boat by ourselves. We need like 22 people to make it worth it. But we're planning on doing a tuna charter, which could be freaking awesome. It's going to be such a fun time. All right, guys, keep an eye on those rods. I'm going to start packing up some of my stuff here and moving it up to the Jeep. Pack up all the bait and stuff. I got to go get more bait. I need to go to a butcher and see if I can get some from them. Well, the main ingredient for this bait anyway. All right, let me roll this up. Guys, just as a reminder, we're going to, well, we're not going to, we are doing another reel giveaway this month. And we're going to start doing some random, just willy-nilly, out of the blue, some of the live streams we're doing. We'll do a members-only giveaway during some of the live streams. And we're not sure exactly what the prizes will be yet for the random giveaways. We'll figure that out when we do them. But we're going to start doing that. And then the real giveaway this month is going to be set up really similar to last month's. We're gonna do it a little different. Last month it was the biggest single super chat of the month that won. This month it's going to be either the biggest or the biggest combined total. So if somebody says, you know, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass just for, you know, random numbers, but say somebody does a $100 super chat this month, they will be currently right now in the lead for the real giveaway. But then if somebody comes in and does 11 $10 super chats, that'll put them into the lead on basically, you know, grand totals. So I guess the best way to describe it will be the biggest supporter and contributor to the channel this month wins that reel. And it's a nice big old freaking cat reel. It's great for, you know, bigger freshwater or saltwater fish. So that's going on all month, and we'll do that. That final giveaway for that will be on the 1st. All right, let me take a bunch of this stuff up there real quick. I didn't throw this spinner bait, but the way things are going, they're not going to bite a spinner. So let me grab the bait bag, the tackle bag, my big rod, my big swim bait, tuna rod. Go throw that in the Jeep. We'll get back down here with chat. Oof. I just almost fucking face planted. That would have sucked. Got both hands full, so I would have straight up face planted. All right. There's that bag. Throw my leader line right in there. Throw this bag in. Throw this rod in. Throw my spinner back in my spinner box. Throw my jerkbait back in my jerkbait box. Which I really need to go through and reorganize these. Okay. All right. I just tripped over that same stupid rock again. Okay. Oh, we still got 8 people hanging out. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to grab this rod. I'll leave the one rod for the very last. But this rod, we're going to pack it up. Might as well pack these people's trash out of here as well. Somebody left their freaking bucket of trash. Or their trash bucket. I'm going to collect all their trash that they left here as well. Because they left a bunch. Okay. So let me take this up to the Jeep. I think next time I'm here, I'm going to come fish a completely different spot. I don't know if I'll pack Starlink in for that one because that's going to be a brutal hike. Without the boat, everything's more difficult. But I want to get over and fish the other side of this other cove over here where I know the big bass hang out. Hey, Tony. Respect for what? What I missed? I missed something. Yeah, that's not a cheap trip for that tuna trip. That's why I want to get, well, to realistically make it happen and be affordable for everybody, we'd have to get between 22 and 25 people, which would drop it down to about $450 to $500 a person for the trip, and that's just the boat. That doesn't include, travel and license and all that. So it is an expensive one, but it's one of those ones where for some people it'll be the trip of a lifetime, and for others it's just another SoCal fishing trip. I also want to put together a meetup at either Lake Havasu or Lake Mojave in Arizona. Well, the way I want to do that would be either get a bunch of people together and rent like a freaking houseboat for a few days, or everybody come out and we'll find a cove to call home for a weekend. Yeah, Arizona, Lake Havasu was fucking amazing. Such a beautiful spot. I've never fished Mojave, so I can't speak for Mojave, but Havasu, man, that place is going off. There's so many fish species in there to catch. Largemouth, smallmouth, stripers, freaking bluegill, cat. You got blue cat, you got channel cat, you got flathead cat, you got carp, you got crappie, you got the red-eared sunfish, you got, you name it. There's so many fish species in that lake. Dog tags, welcome back. Today we've basically got the lake skunk. Nothing is biting. We got 20 minutes before we got to pack it up and get out of here. It's been a weird day, both for the fish and for the channel. Didn't catch anything. Yeah, it's been an odd day, dog. You got skunked? You already done? I thought you were going to meet up with your your grinder date. I didn't figure you guys would be done by now. The current was ripping. Wait, what? Why? What? What are you talking about? I'm telling you, Dog Tags, you'll be able to find it out there. Find a place that sells either frozen squid or frozen anchovy and sardines, and just basically Carolina rig off of a pier or whatever in the saltwater out there, and you'll do well. I'm excited to see you hit Okeechobee though. You better go live when you hit Okeechobee. I mean, there's carp rolling everywhere. They're just not biting. There's one just popped up right there behind the rocks. I gotta find a butcher that I can get the main ingredient for your bait, like in bulk, and just cut it up myself. What happened to Josie? Where'd she go? She was here for a while and then just disappeared. But that's about par for the course today. Like, it's been a weird day. Generally, on these live streams, we get good views. We catch great fish. I mean, we got limited yesterday. Now, the day before that, we got double limits. Today, the view count and the fish count is like dead. We slayed it last month. Abso-freaking-lutely slayed it last month. This month's been a whole different story. I don't know what's going on all of a sudden. We're down to like 4 people watching. We only got 32 thumbs up for a little over 2.5 hours of live stream. I mean, I reset the live. We were at like 60 on the original live, but I reset it. I missed my little target goal thing for that was fun to play with. People had fun with that. All right, where's everybody at? Chat just like died. What happened, guys? Channel Cat got your tongue? I'm sure Dog Tags is buried face deep in his grinder date right now, but I know that's his excuse. I got 20 minutes before I got to pull the plug on the day, and they're going to lock the lake up. Once they open the lake later, because they close at 5 right now, I think the mid-month they start locking it down at like 6. And then April or May, like late April or May, they start locking it up at 7. But I'm gonna come out here and do an opening to closing live stream. Be here all freaking day. From the minute they open the gate, well, like, you know, we'll have it set up so that as they unlock the gate, we're sitting there waiting for them to unlock the gate, and then we'll make them kick us out so they can lock the gate behind us. Do an all-day stream. Need to get the freaking boat taken care of so we can get that out here and do some actual real fishing. Because I know how to shut up the chickens and water the ducks. Nice. I know from the boat, it's a whole different. This lake's a whole different animal between the boat and the shore. Plus, with the boat, I have the electronics, so I can find the depths, I can find the channel swings, I can find, you know, the ledges and the drop offs and the underwater freaking cover. You can see the structure, so it's a whole different animal. You know, here I'm kind of fishing. I wouldn't say blind, but sort of blind on the bank because, you know, you can't see what's really going on under there. I do have, you know, mental notes of where some of the rock piles and the holes and the humps and the bumps and the brush piles and things like that are around the banks. But with the water being so low, it's really hard to pinpoint where stuff was with the water being high. You know, I'm standing in a spot where I used to be. I would launch the boat behind where we're standing right now and drive right through here over these rocks. These rocks were underwater. So I have all these little rock piles right here marked in the fish finder. The rock piles right out here, like there's this one rock sticking out of the water right there. I know that going that way off of that rock pile, it extends into more rocks and stuff like that. But you really can't get a good grasp on it when you're on the land. But also, being this low, you can really see what the structure and the cover is that you're seeing on your fish finder when there's water here. You know, you can tell there's a rock pile or whatever, but unless you got, you know, like a $5,000 live scope set up, you know, you can't tell what else is, you know, what that rock pile really looks like. And I don't have the $5,000 video game, you know, fishing setup on the boat, so I just got my little lower ants and that's it. The fishing drops drastically when the water drops here. September, we were killing it out here on the bass. Me and my dad were coming out in the boat, and you know, my he's getting old and has a hard time paying attention to what he's doing nowadays. And even he was coming out here and slaying the bass. You know, and it's like fishing with a toddler. So, but I haven't caught a bass since November out of here when they started lowering the lake down. Now the city said they were going to lower it by 9 feet. Anybody that knows this lake knows that they lowered it by closer to 40 or 50. I mean, this right here where I'm at, this rock right here, that big old rock, you can see the old water lines as they were there. But if you look at the trees up above it, you can see all the crap that was, you know, built up in the trees from being on the water. So that rock pile right there, and just to give you guys an idea, right? This rock pile right here, this one, you can see how far overhead. I can't even reach my arm up to the top of it. But you can see, let me break off a little piece of this tree. This was underwater in September. You can see on the tree, on a little piece of the tree, all the little moss and crap that had built up, if it'll focus, from the brush piles being underwater, right? So that's how low this lake is right now. It's absolutely incredible. You know, I'm 5'10", so that gives you an idea, right? I'm 5'10". Let me go stand back over here at the base of the rock here. You can see how, you know, that's what, 2-3 feet overhead. So, and then, I mean, I can't reach up to the top of the rock pile. And then these trees are a good, I don't know what, 5 or 8 feet above the rocks right here. This tree right here. Well, this one's branch is broken over and it's, but you know, some of these treetops are, hell, maybe even 10 feet above the rocks. And, you know, there's no water here anymore. So, and then if we swing over here onto this side, right, you see all these rocks right here. But if I zoom in on that one, you can see the water line on that rock. And we're going uphill right there. So all of this that you see, that big old freaking, all those laydowns and stuff right there, all the trees and the brush piles and all that you're looking at right there, were underwater, completely submerged. That big old rock pile was completely submerged. That tree right there at the end of the rocks was sticking up about the same amount as that bush right there. So, you know, these rocks right here that are exposed in the water were never exposed before. That rock right there, you don't even see a water line on it. The one by itself in the water, you don't see a water line on it because that's been underwater up until, you know, September or October, November, when they started draining the lake. I'll see if we can zoom in. See that van way back there? Right next to that van, just to the left of that van, you can see the railing from the old floating fishing dock, right? Zoom in a little more, see if we, okay, there we go. See the white on the trunk of that tree? That was all underwater. Where you guys were watching me fish yesterday was right there. No, next little beach. Right there, that little beach, okay? That rock pile right there is where I lost my wedding ring yesterday. But that little rock pile right there used to be underwater. You see the rounded rock right there with the water line on it? That stuck out just a tiny bit. But that entire freaking point right there was never exposed up until, you can see it right there, like where you see the water line, and then there's a little green line and then the brown line, and then right behind that little brown strip is all the brush. All that brush, you can see the bottom. If you look at the very bottom of the brush, you can see where the water line was. Those bushes were actually in the water in September. So it's 25 feet or more lower than it should be right now. This rock right there, the rock that's actually in the water at the end of this little point right there, never been exposed. The island. Let's see, let me find the island in the camera. Okay, whoops. I'm zoomed in, so the camera movement is... So, that rock pile was never exposed. And then, right here, that one right there. Let me stop moving the camera, get it centered, and I'll stop moving the camera. Again, you can see the base of the trees. How the base of the trees is white. And then that big round rock to the left of that tree. You can kind of see the water line on that. That's an island. That only used to be the very tip top of that thing was exposed. There was never an island there before. Just off the island, and it's really hard to see, but you got that big rock on the left, and then out in the middle there between the little point from the island and that big rock on the left, you can see some rocks sticking out. Those have never been out of water. So this lake is extremely, extremely low. This cove used to run from right where we're standing. Okay. And then that point right there. Whoops. Let me zoom out, and it's easier to do it with it zoomed out. Okay, so that point right there behind the rod. Okay. You got the little beach on the right, and then that little point right there, and then the rock pile beyond that point. Those used to be completely underwater. I used to anchor up and fish those rock piles right there. Like where you see the, right at the edge of the water line, you see the stick ups right there. I would anchor up there and fish into that rock pile. But now we are 25, maybe, so I'm calling it, I'm going to say somewhere between 25 and 50 feet below regular water level. Hey, Beyond the Rod, welcome in. All right, I'm going to move the Starlink up into the Jeep, guys, because I got 9 minutes before they kick me out of here. So I'm going to move this up into the Jeep real quick. So if the stream gets a little funky for a second, it's just me moving the Starlink. Then I got to start packing up the camera on the last rod and get the heck out of here. I'm not going to fish tomorrow. I've fished like every day this week. So I have to, I have to complete the honeydew list. Otherwise, Mrs. SoCal is going to kill me. All right, we got the Starlink in the Jeep. Let me go pull that rod and that rod holder. We got 9 minutes before they lock us in. And I don't want to get locked in here. I got one monster drink with me. No food, no nothing. So last thing I want to do is be locked in the lake. Hey, Warsaw, welcome in. One channel cat, that's it today. Hey, Warsaw coming in hot with the floating heart. Appreciate you, brother. Where are we at? We're at 35 thumbs up, 6 people. 6 people hanging out still. Hopefully we can get freaking super lucky and get bit right before we pull this rod in. Doesn't look like it though. I mean, I can't believe I didn't catch a carp or anything today. I mean, I caught the one channel cat, but he was freaking, I would have used him for live bait for bass. He was so small. And I'll tell you what, if you could use live bait in this lake, that would be a game changer. I might actually have to sneak some of that in one day. All right. There we go. Almost all of it came off. Oh, this stuff is so gross. All right, there we go. Kills my soul because there's carp rolling everywhere out here. But they're not biting. Neither are the cats. Like yesterday and the day before, we slayed them. We got what? We got 5 yesterday. We got 12 the day before. And then, holy crap, Warsaw coming in hot with the 1999. Warsaw, just so you know, you are currently in the lead right now for the Super Chat giveaway this month. So, definitely appreciate you, brother. You're in the lead right now for the reel that we're giving away this month. So, appreciate that. We're, like I said, guys, look, see the other side of the lake's a whole different freaking view. So the way it's going to work, you guys, with the reel giveaway this month, just like we did last month, it's going to be a little different than last month's style, but it's going to be in the same principle. Last month, it was the highest single super chat that won the reel. This month, it is going to be the either A, the highest single super chat, or B, depending on how the structure works out, the highest combined amount of super chats. So, say somebody does, and guys, I'm pulling numbers out of my ass here just for, explanation's sake. Say somebody does a $250 super chat, right? Which is just a random ass number I'm throwing out for math purposes. They'll be in the lead with that $250 super chat. But if somebody comes in and does 10 $11 super chats, then, or I'm sorry, 20 $11 super chats or whatever, and beats out that that single super chat just in sheer volume, then the volume winner will be who wins the reel. But either way, well, no, because right now, like I say, it's the highest super chat, or if somebody beats out the single highest by volume, right? So, prime example, right? You just dropped a 1999 super chat. Volume wins in a tie? No. What we'll do if we have a tie is we'll figure out somehow to do a tiebreaker, a duck race, or something. But, so guys, this is the other side of the lake where I was fishing. The boat ramp, this is the boat launch right here. I used to be up, well, you can see on the rocks, the water line. When I was up in that shaded area, my boat would start to float off the trailer right there. So yeah, I kind of over complicated it, confusing. So full acclimation of, right. So a full accumulation, like say somebody does, and again, I'm just throwing out random ass numbers for math purposes. Say somebody drops, $110 super chats through the month, right? That's $1,000. And somebody else drops a single super chat for $1,000. Okay. Then what we would do in that case would be like a runoff. We would do, and it wouldn't be a super chat runoff because that's just an asshole move. It would be like we'll do a duck race or, the spin wheel or something. between those two. So it's kind of a combo thing. The highest single super chat most likely has the edge to win. So, I mean, it sounds a little confusing the way I'm describing it, but basically, I guess the best way to put it would be the number one contributor to the channel, if that makes sense. Now, here's the weird thing, you guys. When we did the 1,500 subscriber giveaway, we had someone come in and drop a boatload of big super chats. Okay. And that person, and I'm not going to name them just because it's not right, but that person I have never seen in the channel before that or after that, which is kind of strikes me as weird. All right. Get the phone. Let me get my parking permit out of the way. Grab my monster drink for the road home. Figure, oh shit. I gotta set the Starlink up. I just got it sitting on the dashboard right now. I gotta make sure it doesn't fall over. All right. Damn it, this stupid thing. Down here yet to tell me it's time to leave. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. All right, there's one. It's not suction cupping. Why? Why is my suction cup not suctioning? What in the shit is going on here, man? Is it because the kickstand's up on the Starlink? There we go. Oh, that suction cup just doesn't want to suction. That cheap ass freaking Starlink mount. I'll show you what I'm dealing with, guys. You'll be late? Okay. So this little mount for the Starlink, the one suction cup, doesn't want a suction cup. I don't know what the deal is with it. And this suction cups. So we'll just deal with it. All right, I guess we'll keep the live going for the day, right? Might as well. All right, where's my phone at? 38%, so I'm gonna plug it in. And I'll, you know what? All right, let me get situated, guys. I'm a freaking chaos of a madhouse of a mess right here. Where did my, there it is. All right, there's the plug. Plug in the phone charger. Hey, Warsaw with 100, coming in hot with 100. Appreciate you, brother. A great one. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I'm gonna pull the microphone out. So now we're on just regular cell audio from the phone. So, Mrs. SoCal, are you still here? How late is the freaking worthless piece of shit gonna be? Guys, she works with the biggest worthless piece of shit ever. Hey, right on. Thanks for being here today, Tony. Appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Tony knows what it's like when the SoCal giveaways happen. Tony won himself some stuff in the last giveaway. All right, there we go. All right. Where is... All right, there's that. There's my pliers. There's everything. I got all my stuff out of here. All right. Let's roll. Just trying to figure out a place to go catch them. I don't remember what you won, Tony. It was swim baits or something, wasn't it? If you want, Tony, send me an email with like your zip code or something, and I can track down some freaking spots for you. I'm really good at tracking down spots using maps and shit. So Ferg, we ended up with just still the one little itty teeny weeny microscopic freaking channel cat. And when I say teeny weeny, we're talking like a dozen more of that size. I could have made a taco. All right, we're out of here. So guys, right here where we're driving, my boat would have been, the actual boat dock, like the courtesy dock to tie up, used to be right up against these trees. I would be right here with my truck, and the boat would float off the trailer. Oh, did you won the carp stuff? Is that correct? Any body of fresh water, you're gonna find carp. Any fresh water. Like anywhere there's fresh water. A lake, a pond, a river, a stream, you'll find carp. I need to check before I leave here. I reset the mileage to trip info. 34.7 miles door to door from here to my house. Okay. I had to recheck that. Yeah, you won the carp feeders. So those things really actually work freaking phenomenal. I actually should have brought a set with me today. But anywhere you have fresh water, you're going to have carp. Any fresh water, you're going to have carp. And one of the things that people say is carp are trash fish, but carp are one of the hardest fighting freshwater fish out there. Dude, that could be, okay, that could be freaking phenomenal as well for the striper. Use the carp cage as a freaking chum bucket. Yeah, carp fight hard, man. And the thing with a carp that also people don't realize, if you don't carp fish a lot, you won't know it. But their lips are really soft. So you have to play the carp. You have to have your drag working with you. Otherwise, you're just going to rip the hook. Like every time. If you try to crank the drag down and just iron horse that carp, you're going to lose them every single time. You'll rip their face off. God, they patched the freaking holes right there in the road. That's so nice. So here's the original boat ramp. liken it to redfish. I've never caught a redfish. Are they the same kind of a deal? Real soft freaking mouth. But yeah, I would whatever with some chum in the cage. Right, you won the ones with the 2 hooks coming up. Bait up your hooks right there and crack open a nice cold drink and just wait for those freaking fish to rail that. Because they're basically a freaking chum bait. Really, if you think about it. All right, guys, Warsaw's leading the pack right now for the reel. Just so everybody knows. I'll do a community post later with the reel and the details. Hey, you're out of here, Frick? Right on, man. Have a great night. Oh, they fight the same. Okay, okay. Yeah, we don't have redfish out here, so. All right. Oh, the sun's like in both of the mirrors right now, blinding me. Man, I probably could have stayed down there another freaking half hour and wait till they kick. All the freaking cars are gone out of the parking lot, so everybody bailed out. I wonder if George is the only one here. A little driveway off to my right here. And George, the lake manager, lives in the house right there, which would be sick. That would be so sick. But all the Rangers' personal. The thing still says open, so. There he is. Let me talk to her real quick. Hey, when do you guys start locking up at like 6?
Next Sunday.
Oh, really? That soon? Okay, cool. Any word yet on anybody catching trout or no?
I haven't got anyone. The other guy I talked to, he caught like 2 catfish today and carp.
Oh, you got a carp?
Yeah, would you get anything?
I got one little cat today. I mean, we're talking like 5 more. You could have made a rolled taco.
Oh, there you go.
But yesterday, I got 5. And then, was I here, Monday?
Yeah.
We ended up with 12. So.
You know, you're reeling them in.
Yeah.
Big ones?
They're all small.
Any blues?
No blues.
Catch a blue, you submit it, get the record.
I'm not going to submit a half-pound blue, though.
We'll get your face next to it.
Right? the photo of shame. All right, guys. We'll see you probably Saturday. All right. Oh, you have work gossip. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So no trout, you guys. Nobody has caught trout. One guy caught 2 little catfish and a carp today, other than me. And that was the old man that I pointed him to a spot. Work gossip. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Mrs. SoCal, are you in the chat? Can you hear me? Yes or no? I'm assuming you're probably still at your desk. Not your desk in your office, but the other one. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Are you stopping or no? All right. God, I wish I could buy this. I'm going to grab the phone out of the holder here real quick. I want to show you guys this. This property right here is for sale. And I would love. It's way too much for what it is. Okay, no worries. No worries. I stop at Golden on my way home. I didn't know if you were planning on stopping or so. I got there. Not a big issue. I just didn't know if you were already going to stop or not. I'll stop. All right. All right, all right, all right. So how late is freaking jerkwad you gonna be? I'll start making dinner when I get home then, I guess. All right. 4.59 for gas at the gas station here. It was when I drove past this morning by the Indian Casino, it was 4.46. So we'll see how much it's gone up since this morning. But it seems like gas out here is going up like 15 to 20 cents a day. Which is getting stupid. If it gets back up over like $5, we're not going to be able to go fishing anymore. It'd be $100 just to get to the lake. So the fact that nobody's catching trout makes me wonder if that has something to do with the bass bite, that they're only focusing on those stocked trout right now. Because those bass, you know, you throw a trout to a bass, it's like throwing cake to a fat kid. So, do you want to stop or do you want me to stop? It's up to you. Oh, everybody bailed out. Oh, I know you have a long-ass drive. But that's why I was saying, do you want me to stop or you'd prefer not to stop? All right, I'll stop. I can stop. That's not a big issue. Do you want anything else from there? No, you're good? Okay. All right. Oh, man. So Sunday, they start opening the lake up till 6. So that's awesome. That'll give us an extra hour to fish. It'll be 6 to 6. So we can actually do a full day. And hopefully catch some fish. Because today was ridiculous. Today was absolutely ridiculous. One freaking fish that if we would have filleted that one fish, we might have made a rolled taco out of them. One more like for 40. Come on, guys. Somebody can do it. Hey, John, welcome in. I'm getting on the road. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to fish tomorrow. We're supposed to have some really trash weather coming in tomorrow. And I'm kind of thinking that's might be what shut the fish down today. Is the wind here at this lake, normally, I mean, you can set your watch to it. About 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the wind in this lake usually kicks up pretty good coming out of the west. And today, when I got there later than I wanted to. I got there about 9:30. The wind was already whipping, and it was cold. Like, it's real cold. So I think that kind of shut them down. But tomorrow through Sunday, we're supposed to have gusts of wind up over 40 and 50 miles an hour out here. So let's see. Good effort today, though. Yeah, I put in my time today. I've put in quite a bit of time this week. No rain coming. Yeah, go ahead. You know, no, the more you guys type into chat, the better, guys. Just don't use all caps like that, because Nightbot will time you out eventually. But there's no rain coming with this front. It's basically just a cold wind that's coming. So it's not going to raise the lake levels. We're entering a La Nina right now. Going from the El Nino to, or I'm sorry, opposite. We're going from the La Nina to the El Nino. So hopefully we'll get some good summer storms because of that. And that'll help bring the lake level up. But the only way for that lake level to come up is with rain. There is nothing else that feeds it other than rain runoff. So we need about 2 to bring that lake back up to its higher level where it should be. So if we can get that lake somehow, some way, by some freaking divine miracle, to actually come up to where it's got to be, that would be freaking stellar. Because that'll open the bass fishing back up so big. So big. They'll go back to all their old spots where they used to hang out, which I now have. Before I start the lives, when I go out there, you guys, what you don't see behind the scenes is me putting photos and marking exact locations and all of that stuff into Onyx, so that when the water does come back up, I'll have photos with exact GPS coordinates of rock piles and sticks and, you know, logs, or where there's a brush pile on the end of the rock piles. Because right now where we're fishing from shore should normally be about 20 feet underwater. So even though you got the fish finder on the boat, you know, you can kind of see what's going on down there, but you don't see it in hardcore 3D like you do when there's no water there. So we're getting some really good information out to about 25, 30 foot depth when the lake is at full level. So when it comes back up, we're going to have an advantage on anybody else that fishes that lake, because what they have is their fish finder and whatever information they've either stored in their fish finders from fishing it before, or what they actually see in real time on the fish finder. We're going to have way more information, pictures, GPS coordinates, how far off of, you guys, I have a tape measure with me. I know how far off there's a log laying over next to a rock pile. So we have been gathering a boatload of extremely valuable information on this lake at the low water marks. So once that water comes back up to full capacity, or 80% capacity, whatever, we're going to have a massive tactical and strategic edge over everybody that fishes that lake. Because we'll know that, okay, you're going to fish this rock pile, but 6 feet to the right of that rock pile and 2 feet behind this other rock is a big old tree that's laying there. And people won't be able to get that on their fish finder because you can't get past the rock pile to get the info on the fish finder. The fish finder is not current data. I mean, it is, but it's not. It's more of a history of what you've just gone past. So we'll have way better information than everybody else. And we'll be able to know that, okay, there's a rock pile here, but right off of that rock pile, where you can't see it on your fish finder because you can't get past the rock pile, is a big sand flat with a freaking fallen over tree in the middle of it. You won't be able to see that. We will. So hopefully the summer rains out here fill it up, and if the La Nina hold, or El Nino holds like we're hoping it will, that's going to do two things. It's going to bring a lot of rain next winter, and it's going to bring in the tuna pretty hard for the summer. But if it holds and that lake fills, then I have a gold mine of information. I'll have maps and charts and everything that is not available to anybody else on the planet. So hopefully that's how it pans out, but you never know. The lake could drop even lower. We don't know. Hopefully it doesn't drop lower. Well, but if it does, we'll just get more information out of the depths. We'll know what it looks like at 40 feet when it's full capacity. Guys, I know there's only a couple of you watching right now, but set your reminders for Sunday morning. Sunday morning, we're taking the old Jeep here out to the desert, and we're going to do another live stream from the Jeep. And we're going to check out some really cool stuff. There's a bunch of, let me roll this window up. I rolled the window up because it's hot, or down because it was hot, but there's a bunch of like sculptures and statues out there in the desert that we're going to go check out. So make sure your notifications are set for that one. That's going to be an all-day thing. And we're going to have fun with that. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. There may be, you guys, there just might be a random members only giveaway while we're out there in the desert. And God only knows what the prizes could be. Oh. Alright, I gotta stop at the freaking gas station up here at the Indian Casino. I almost want to run into the Indian Casino for a minute, but I'm not going to spend the money. Mrs. SoCal usually does really good at the casino. I usually lose my ass. Can't tell if it's busy or not. I also can't read the gas price on the marquee from here. But we'll see how stupid the gas price is in California in just a minute here. $4.56. Holy shit, it went up 10 cents since I left this morning. So gas is starting to skyrocket, you guys. 2 refineries are gone in California. And diesel's $5.50 a gallon, $5.52 a gallon for diesel. Oh, I just straight cut off a sheriff. Oops. Whoops. Sorry, Ferris. Didn't mean to fucking cut you off there, buddy. When you live in a rural community like that, you know who everybody is. $4.56, $4.75, $4.94 for gas. And then 20 cents more. So $4.76, $4.95, and $5.14 for credit or debit. That's fucking ridiculous. Gas is over $5. Fucking ridiculous. All right. Where are we going here? Where are we going? Where are we going? This dude's waiting for that side. I'll wait for... Shit. I guess I'll wait on this side. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it. We only got nobody hanging out. One person hanging out. So I'm going to call it. We're going to lose Starlink when I go under the thing here anyway. So I'll see you guys probably tomorrow working on the boat.